Joining us now is Acting Secretary of the Department of Labor and Employment, Francis Tolentino. Good evening, Secretary. Welcome once again to The Big Story.
Good evening, sirs. Good evening to your viewers as well.
Your appointment comes immediately after the one-year ban has expired. Now, some observers are saying this is somehow a political consolidation on the part of the administration. What do you say to that, Paul?
You know, they can always say what they want to say, but I think I was appointed not on the basis of accommodation, but perhaps based on my past experience and accomplishments, modesty aside.
Before we go to the goings on at the Senate, let's focus on your portfolio. Um, Despite all the news centered on politics, really there is a crisis prevailing in the nation, especially with the inflation now rising, and the problem is, food prices are high. Now, part of your job calls for job generation aside from maintaining industrial peace. Where do you see jobs being created for Filipinos?
Well, we always look at the manufacturing, EBPOs, and some segments of the informal sector producing jobs and helping Philippine economy. I look at the gig economy, as I mentioned several times, as one of the factors of a booming uh, trade insofar as online purchases are concerned, and several other small, medium scale industries, especially in the countryside. So we look forward to buttressing what we have right now and preparing jobs for the future and not doing something for the jobs of yesterday.
Right. So your main focus would be, I would say, the BPO industry, because this is where ilan ba, 2 million are employed and
No, no.
or more.
Yes, the gig economy
Yes.
probably is one of my focus right now.
Right. Kasi you'll have less than 2 years to go in your department. Um, yung threat po ng AI, do you think it's a threat or it's something that we can
a
use really to
it's a
increase? Go
it's a
ahead.
disruption. It's a disruption which can always augment. I've always maintained the precept that even if AI is there, you call it now algorithmic management, there has always we always have to have that human in the loop, meaning to say we always have to have human intervention. And if AI is used in the hiring process, for instance, the evaluation must have to be done by human beings, part of the
Right.
human resources personnel.
Have you set a target for yourself in let's say, how many jobs you can generate while you're there in Dole?
Where a lot of factors would be involved here. The inflation, the what's going on in Iran, even though there's a pause. But ultimately, I think it's not just the accumulation of jobs, but the protection of those who have the jobs right now, and the proper training of our youth, especially as they engage, as they immerse themselves in the education to employment pipeline. It has to be seamless and not disrupted. So I cannot set a timetable for that, but I set a time. I laid a timetable for the doables insofar as my management and performance is concerned.
Have you attended a cabinet meeting recently? Has there been one?
Just some cluster meetings, especially involving the executive secretary.
So the r-
I'm just on my sixth day, says. Pang-anim na araw ko pa lang to.
you have to hit the ground running
Yes,
kasi po krisis tayo ngayon.
I've met I just had a meeting today with the NLRC, the labor arbiters, to ensure that labor justice is really transparent and meted out to give justice to the working man, and balance this with the needs of the employer. I'm meeting next week the labor sector.
Mhm.
So that my seventh day would be tomorrow,
All
and
right.
and
Well,
and and on the 11th, on the 12th, Independence Day, we're rolling out a Trabaho Agad program, a jobs fair nationwide.
ayun. Yan po ang inaantay ng ating
50,000.
mga kababayan.
50,000 jobs. 50,000 jobs
50,000.
to be
Okay.
offered.
So let's now turn to the Senate. If
Mhm.
we may ask you, when you think that it has reached the lowest depths, it even goes down further. There was a scuffle once again there. Um, you were Senate Majority Leader and even Blue Ribbon Committee Chair. What do you make
Okay.
of everything that's happening now? Sino ba ang dapat na sundan ngayon? Is it the majority now held
The
by
law. The law.
Senator Win Gatchalian or Senator Cayetano, who insists that he still is the Senate President?
Kaibigan ko lahat yan, sis, but
Opo.
I've always
Pero
maintained that
let's go to the law. Not let's put friendships aside. I'm sure kaibigan yung silang lahat.
yes, I've always maintained that while strong disagreements may define democracy, decency and respect must always define the Philippine Senate, and this would involve respect for the rules, respect for the law and the Constitution. So whatever is laid down in the rules must be followed.
Mhm.
Uh, we have rules. I think I was one of those who refine, define, fine tune some of the rules in place right now, including some segments of the rules of procedure of the Blue Ribbon Committee, and even the rules of the Senate. With all due respect, so it has to be followed, similar to the Jeffersonian rules of the U.S. Senate. So igalang po natin yung umiiral na panuntunan sa Senado, para maipakita sa taong bayan na ang Senado ay kagalang-galang din.
Mhm. So sino po kasi both sides also are invoking their own rules or mean
There's only
interpretation of
isa
the
lang po
rules. Interpretation of the
yung
rules.
Isa lang
Sino
po
po
yung
ang
rule.
nasa tama?
Alam niyo po, hindi ko nasundan yung mga kaganapan kaninang maghapon kasi napakaraming meeting po sa labas at loob ng DOLE para ibalangkas po namin yung mga umiiral na programa, at may mga kaganapan din po sa International Labor Organization. There's an ongoing meeting in Geneva which I failed to attend because I'm just new. So, yung tama po dito kung sino yung sumusunod sa rules, kung sino po yung nakakarami.
Well, President Marcos has recognized the presiding officer and the block of Senator Win Gatchalian.
There's a basis for that, and I support that proposition that they have the majority.
Okay,
I
now,
think they have the majority based on the rules.
so was that Blue Ribbon Committee earlier a rogue hearing? Can we
Well,
say rogue, romp? What do we call it?
It came from you. I never mentioned
No, I'm
kangaroo. I
asking.
never
I'm
mentioned
asking
romp.
kaya nga po. What
But
would you...
if you follow the rules, the committee itself would have to be duly constituted, meaning to say, the the membership would have to be there. I think it's Rule 5 would have to be adopted. The notifications, the members of the staff would have to be there. So following the rules, I think there would be a school of thought that would say what transpired was not in accordance with the rules.
Okay, now I will not force you to to put your friends in bad light. So let's go now to the friction with China last year. Your legislative work on the maritime zones led to China banning your entry. Now, as DOLE secretary, can you will this come in the way of your task?
In what way? Prior to my, I think, are you referring to an incident or?
Um, may iringan po kayo with China.
Yes. But it
But
has nothing to
now that you're
which
labor secretary, will this get
I
in the way?
still, I still maintain, I still maintain that the Philippine Maritime Zones Law, which I authored, and the Philippine Archipelagic Sea Lanes Law, which I sponsored, are in accord with the 2016 arbitral ruling as well as the UNCLOS.
Yes.
So I still maintain that we have sovereign rights over the West Philippine Sea. I still maintain that the nine-dash line was invalidated by an international tribunal. I still maintain that what is going on right now in Bajo de Masinloc is against international law, and I I can show you. I'm not. I don't have it here, but perhaps in another in
Sure,
guesting, I
sir.
can show you some materials that I have prepared because I it's not here with me. So I still have one book here with me, the latest poetry book that I did, which is now off the press.
Oh, wow.
The Winds of
Makata rin po
Sovereignty.
pala kayo.
Yes, it's
Yes.
now off the press and it's available in Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So it documents our rights, our strong position, and our claim as regards the West Philippine Sea. So
Hoping for an autographed copy.
bumili ka na lang, sis. I'll send you
Oh,
one.
sige. Bibili ako
I'll
tas
send you one.
i-autograph nyo.
It doesn't, but there was a brief period of time during my first 48 hours when the issue of that Chinese uh, controversy almost traversed my position. And I'm referring to what happened to that incident in Misamis Oriental. It's something to do with the closure of a small factory involving minerals, wherein the Department National Defense Secretary also was personally involved. So the Chinese employees were found out to be
Illegal.
illegal.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And if you look at the rules, all alien employment permits would have to emanate from the Department of Labor. And immediately after the closure, and this is sans media coverage, we were able to provide temporary employment to the Filipino workers, 310 of them in that small town in Misamis Oriental. So there might be some crisscrossing so far
Right.
as what you referred to a while ago in
But-
my current job.
We're glad you stood for the Filipinos, especially now
We
that we
will.
need to generate more
We
jobs.
will.
I cannot let you go, Secretary, without asking you this question. Will you throw your hat once again in the political
I
ring?
don't have a hat. It's too early. I wear a bull cap. I wear a bull cap now.
Okay.
I promised the president that I'll focus on this job, make it sure that the labor sector would be respected and balance the dynamics between any perceived conflict between capital and the laborer, the worker, with tripartism as the fulcrum, and making the working man a strong partner of Philippine economy. That's my promise.
All right, we thank you for your time, Acting Labor Secretary and former Senator Francis Tolentino.